Here's how to brand your YouTube channel for a consistent and recognizable brand on this beautiful platform. Thanks for watching. My name is Kaye Putnam. I'm the psychology-driven brand strategist. I've been a brand strategist for over 10 years, have been on YouTube for a while, and have done a lot of thinking about what it takes to build a recognizable brand that attracts your ideal client like a magnet. So let's dissect step by step how to do exactly this. You can see on my own channel, I am walking my talk. I have a very well-branded presence that's not all exactly the same, but it has this very cohesive look and feel. Let's dive into what it takes to make this happen. I know everybody likes to skip straight to the fonts and colors, but let's dive a little bit deeper first. And the first thing that you need to do when you're setting up your YouTube channel and building your brand here is that you have to decide what your purpose is. At the end of the day, a brand is a perception that lives in your ideal client's minds. And to build a compelling and strong brand, you have to decide what perception you want to give them. So what do you want to be known for? Who do you want to know you? Are you building your YouTube channel to become widely famous? Or are you building your authority in a specific niche area? Especially for newer YouTubers, businesses, entrepreneurs, content creators, the second will probably yield faster growth. So narrow your focus to define your niche and your purpose for building a YouTube channel. Personally, I'm an entrepreneur, so my purpose with this YouTube channel is to educate people about brand strategy. I'm giving back. I'm demonstrating my authority. I know that I'm not going to be the most popular, widely known, famous YouTuber, and that's okay because that's not my intent. I want to reach people who are entrepreneurs, who are building online businesses, online brands, and helping them succeed. So start there. What is your purpose? And who are you creating content for? Second is to define your content strategy. On a fundamental level, what type of content do you want to be known for? If you were to own a set of keywords or a topic area, what would those be? You'll often hear me introduce my videos saying that I create videos about branding, psychology, and entrepreneurship. And that's not by accident. Those are the topics that I'm creating content around and that I want people to know me for. Especially for my multi-passionate content creators or entrepreneurs, this can be really useful in giving you focus. So if you were to pick 3 topics to start with, which doesn't mean that you can't ever create content on anything else, but those 3 overarching content pillars, what would those be for you? Again, filtering it through that purpose and that target audience that we've already identified. We don't want to be creating content for moms who homeschool their kids and then also mixing in content for working moms who want to advance in their career. It just doesn't make sense. So we want to choose 3 topics that fit the one target audience that you've already loosely identified. What are these things that you could talk about for days and days and years and still not be sick of it? What are you obsessed with? And what do you have some innate knowledge or advantage in creating? Do you have some part of your lifestyle that's really interesting for people? Do you have an expertise that you'd like to share? What are the words? What are the content pillars that describe those topics? Once we know those 2 things, we can move into the fun part number 3, which is defining your channel design, your brand identity. Now, to be fair, this is a much larger conversation, but here's the basics of it. We want to decide on our position in the market, what we want people to feel when they come into contact with our brand. If you need help with this, I have a really amazing resource on my website. It's a brand archetype quiz that helps you identify what your brand personality is, which can help you make decisions about fonts and colors and these kinds of things. So I would start there if you have no idea. But chances are, if you've been in business for any length of time, you might already have some of these assets or have the ability to make some of these decisions. So we always like to start with a mood board that helps us define our brand visual identity. And then we want to identify our brand colors. I have another video about how to identify brand colors if you haven't yet done this. But the key is we want to know what your unique visual identity is so that we can create consistency over all of the different touch points that are going to show up on your YouTube channel. The other piece that we want to make sure that we identify are what are your brand fonts. 3 to 4 is the maximum amount of fonts that we're looking for. Typically, I recommend that people have a headline font and then perhaps a sub-headline font, a body font, and then if you're getting super crazy and wild, then you may also have an accent font. Decide these in advance so that you can build the rest of your assets for your YouTube channel. So if we come back to my channel, you'll start to see some of these things in action. So you can see my 2 of my brand colors here in the background. You can see an image of me that is part of my brand standards. You can see my fonts on this title graphic up here. You can see my logo in the intro of my video. And then even as I scroll through all of these different videos, they all are using my brand fonts, my brand colors, and some of my logos in the actual thumbnail design. And to get the thumbnails or to get this cover banner up on the top, a really great resource to use would be Creative Market. So Creative Market, you can buy templates that you can edit either in Photoshop, Illustrator, or Canva. Canva is the most user-friendly of all of these options. And then once you download them, purchase them, and then bring those templates into Canva, if you have the paid version of Canva, the Canva for Work, you can access your brand colors here, and you can access and upload your exact brand fonts, which is amazing. Or if you're just keeping with the free version, then I would recommend choosing fonts that you're going to use for your brand consistently from the list that's available in Canva already. So even after you purchase the template that you think generally fits your brand vibe, we're still going to want to bring in, edit the colors, edit the fonts so that you maintain the consistency across all of these different thumbnails and templates. And when you break it down, the YouTube channel doesn't have a ton of different assets that you have to create. You have this top banner. It's good practice to call attention to wherever you want people to go from YouTube. So you can take my brand quiz right here in the top of my YouTube channel, and then to let people know what to expect. So we've already done the work to define what our channel is about and who you're making it for. So you can create some context, some credibility, and some specificity right here at the top. So weekly videos on branding, and I'm helping entrepreneurs change the world with what they know. That is my purpose, and that is my content focus. At the end of the day, we talk about branding most often here on this channel. And then beyond that cover image, like we said, you want to have these thumbnails that are on brand and that are going to catch people's attention. And we can use Creative Market as a starting place or as a resource. You can even use Canva itself. So they have a template in here for a YouTube banner and or a YouTube thumbnail. And they have all of these amazing options. Again, we use them as a starting place, and then we use our fonts and colors that we've decided to update each of the different templates that we're using. So we're always maintaining that cohesion and that consistency. And then the last visual asset that we have is what's actually happening on screen. Like, what are you filming? What is your video style? So the things to think about here are, what is the background of your images, or what is the setting? What is the video set that you're using to record? Is it just day in the life vlog type of content, or do you have more of this curated background behind you that's helping to communicate your brand position? This can create some really beautiful visual consistency between all of the different videos. People get to know you for your set or for the way that you film. If you're getting super fancy, even in editing, I know that some YouTube creators will have a very specific filter or color grading that they use that's specific to their channel. So if you wanted to get even more advanced, you could decide exactly what the color theme is that you're using across all of your different videos to create some of that consistency. You can also design what's called a logo sting. This is again a more advanced strategy, not one that everybody needs to have, but here's mine. Hello. So I found the music for that logo sting on a resource called Artlist. Artlist is fantastic. They have a bunch of sound effects, royalty-free music. It is a paid subscription, but it's super high quality. And then this particular logo sting, I had a video editor design for me. So because I already had the visual standard set, I was able to send him my logo, send him my mood board with my colors and my font decisions. I keep track of all of that in what I call my brand source book. That's what was on the screen over here. My brand source book has all of these core decisions already made, and I had a video editor create that little tiny 5-second clip. I've also done this for clients in PowerPoint or in Keynote. You can animate your logo, so you can have it like pop in or appear or like travel across the screen, and then you can actually export a video clip from Keynote or from PowerPoint, bring it into a video editing software like iMovie or Premiere Pro if you're super fancy, and add music to it, and then you could have your own logo sting. If you want a whole video tutorial on how to do this, please comment below and I can record one for you. And then our fourth element for building a brand on YouTube is our actual production value. So what is the technology? What is the camera? What are the lights and the audio that you're using? Are they high quality or are they more of an amateur production? By upgrading the quality of your recording equipment, you create kind of this, what's called a halo effect in psychology, where when something looks high quality, people assume that it is high quality just by virtue of the production value. So this isn't something that you're probably going to jump into right from the start, but let me just record quickly on my phone here my setup so you can see what I have going on behind the scenes. So we have this Audio Technica microphone, which creates really fantastic audio. I have two soft boxes in front of me. I have my video notes right there. And then I have this Lumix camera that I'm using to record high quality video. I'll link to all of the different technology that I use below. I have a kit that's set up that is linked to different places on Amazon and different places where you can purchase this equipment if you're looking to upgrade your production value. So there you have it. That is the step-by-step, asset-by-asset way of upgrading or defining your brand on your YouTube channel. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them in the comments. Let me know below. If this was useful, thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell notification. You'll be notified when I publish future videos. And keep being amazing, keep building your brand, and know that I am rooting for you.